The Walnut Creek Extension District, a division of K-State Research and Extension, covering Rush, Ness, and Lane counties, here's Insight with Extension.
During the last month, we have seen a lot of moisture, and when we start talking about moisture, we have to start thinking about mold. I am Erin Petersilly, your Family and Consumer Science Agent for the Walnut Creek District, which serves Rush, Ness, and Lane counties. This episode of Insight with Extension is all about mold. The saying, water always wins, is so true. Whether it is a crack in the foundation, a leaky roof, the water table rising so that the water enters a basement or crawl space, water damage can take a toll on the health and well-being of a family member. Molds are usually not a problem during dry weather. However, when mold spores land on a wet or damp spot and begin growing, it doesn't take long for a problem to develop. Molds have the potential to cause health problems. Molds produce allergens, irritants, and in some cases, potentially toxic substances. Inhaling or touching mold or mold spores may cause allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. Mold can also cause asthma attacks in people with asthma who are allergic to mold. In addition, mold exposure can irritate the eyes, skin, nose, throat, and lungs of both mold allergic and non-allergic people. Mold needs food in order to grow. Organic compounds like the backside of drywall, wallpaper, or paneling, the top side of ceiling tiles, or the underside of carpets and pads can feed mold. If wet or damp materials or areas are dried 24 to 48 hours after a leak or spill happens, in most cases mold will not grow, so you must act quickly when water damage happens. During the flood cleanup, the indoor air quality in your home or office may appear to be the least of your problems. However, failure to remove contaminated materials and to reduce moisture and humidity can present serious long-term health risks. Standing water and wet materials are a breeding ground for microorganisms such as viruses, bacteria, and mold. They can cause disease, trigger allergic reactions, and continue to damage materials long after the flood. The best course of action if you detect mold growth is to clean and repair water damage immediately. Make sure the ground slopes away from the building foundation so that the water does not enter or collect around the foundation. Keep indoor humidity below 60%, ideally between 30 and 50%, and increase ventilation with the use of fans. How do I test for mold? According to Curtis Reddington, an environmental specialist from Wichita, if you see it or smell it, you have it. Since no EPA or other federal limits have been set for mold or mold spores, sampling cannot be used to check a building's compliance with federal mold standards. There is an excellent EPA bulletin available online titled A Brief Guide to Controlling Mold, Moisture, and Your Home. It has everything on identifying and cleaning up moldy areas. As always, if you have more questions, please contact your local Extension office, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Insight with Extension.
Insight with Extension on My Country 93.5.